Thanks for bringing me in for an interview. It's busy times at the minute. We've only got a few days left to the election, and at the minute we're getting support from all over the town, support from all over the county, and in some areas we're getting support from all over the world. I don't know if you've seen on another film, we met an Australian couple yesterday, and all the videos and the films we've made have gone as far as Australia, and they were visiting the town and they decided to come and say hello to us, so that was interesting. But yeah, support from everywhere. I just wanted to give you a feel for the support. There's a group in town that everybody's been trying to find out exactly who runs it, and they've been going for years, but they've just put out a very important message this morning. I'd like to share it with the audience, and it goes like this. As the elections draw near, the Conservatives have given up on Thetford, seemingly content to see Councillor Jeremy and his team take over control of our town. Whilst the Conservatives are only standing 2 candidates in the entire town, thankfully there is an alternative, the Thomas Paine Thetford Independents. Be under no illusions, if the Thomas Paine Thetford Independents were not standing, Councillor Jeremy's Labour would have by default already won the council at the Thetford level. Local Labour is promising things that they cannot deliver, and what they can deliver will almost certainly bankrupt the town. This is his words. Remember, Terry Jeremy suggesting the town council buy all the empty shop units. How much would that have cost us? Councillor Jeremy has also promised one of his close friends a job if they win. Not quite sure about that, I haven't seen that bit. And it is almost certain ventures close to his heart and pocket will see even more money given to them by the way of taxpayer funded local grants. And yeah, local grants, remember, when they come into the town, are actually taxpayers' money just being taken from you to be given back to you. And in addition, and despite his protestations, Councillor Jeremy is in favour of bulldozing over the Mumford Road allotments and seeing them replaced by more buildings. I take it that's been on a committee. I've not seen that. And this lad then says, on the 4th of May, use your vote wisely and do not vote Labour. Now, I'd like just to say that's only just been put out today, and I'd agree with a lot of what he's saying, and that the people in Thetford have got to realise that the money that they're given by the councillors and anything that's promised is already being paid by you through your taxes. So it's not new money, it's old money, and it's got to be spent wisely. And what this lad here is saying is that the established councillors in town will not spend the money wisely. And what I would say is the Thetford Independents would talk with the people, come to a conclusion on how best to spend the money, and would only spend the money the way that the people want it spent. Bottom up, not top down method of government. I just wanted to say that. Yeah, I did see that. Was that the photo? Was that the photo where they recovered our missing posters? I thought that was quite funny. Yeah, because there's a bit of skullduggery going on in the town. We've had people playing with our links on our links to our councils on our leaflets, our posters that we put up around town have been getting taken away, which is quite hard because they were put up originally on very high ladders. So it was interesting to see our posters in the hands of the Labour movement down at the Thomas Paine statue, although I know it was a joke. No, it is quite funny that they're using Thomas Paine there in their campaign, because one of the main places we have in the town is the Thomas Paine Hotel, and the Thomas Paine Hotel has just recently put in a Thomas Paine museum. As far as I'm aware, it's the only hotel pub in the country with an actual museum on the premises, and we've had nobody from the council officially back in the hotel and back in the museum. So it is strange to see the Labour candidates at the Thomas Paine Hotel when they're not back in the Thomas Paine at the statue, rather, not back in the hotel or the museum. We just haven't seen them up here at all. Yeah, the Thetford Business Awards, again, run there by Mr. Ches Chettle. He has over 80 businesses in the town involved in that. It's a fantastic night out for Thetford. There's nowhere in the local area big enough to host the awards because there's nearly 300 people there. So they're done out at Hockwold Hall. Now it's a fantastic event for the town. All the girls get dressed up, new dresses, lads black tie, suits, music. Now when the event is on, it means that Thetford business does well. Taxis, minibuses, hairdressers, barbers, beauty salons, everybody makes money out of the Thetford Business Awards, local business, or they should be making money. The problem is there's nobody officially from the council. Thetford Town Council, the Conservatives and Labour do not back it, do not get involved in it whatsoever, and it's a shame. And even at the Brecklin level, Brecklin does not get involved with the Business Awards. I would say that if the Thetford Thomas Paine Independents do get in, we will be working advocaatly to set up a relationship with the Business Awards and providing a bridge from the council to the Business Awards in an effort to make it even better for the people of Thetford to become involved and get involved in the money making that it generates across the area. Has money been mismanaged on the council? Because I wasn't planning to stand for council again, I've missed quite a few of the last meetings. I've become disillusioned. But I have heard of mismanagement of the highest order on one of the committees. So I can't speak about it in detail, but I know a lot of people are telling me that it is true. And I don't think you can make accusations without backing it up. I know one of the councillors who stood down has confirmed that the committee that I think it's Councillor Jeremy runs, the ALF, has overspent by about £30,000, and I'll be looking at that if I do get voted back in. I do know in the past though with I think it was the mayor before last, who was the Labour mayor, overspent his budget 6 months early, had to take money out of other people's pots. Lots of consternation at the time. So I would say, yeah, that money's mismanaged. So that's by the Labour people on the council. The Conservatives have just got rid of a boat. They spent 30,000 on a boat. They bidded for a boat against local entrepreneurs who wanted to buy it. Local entrepreneurs in town generated £10,000 of their own money to upgrade the boat and make it work for Thetford. But Brecklin came in undercover, under a false name, and spent £30,000 of our taxpayers' money on purchasing the boat, and then about another 10,000 to get rid of it by a specialist crane. And that would have been a fantastic asset for Thetford. Fantastic asset. It was going to be called the Stupid Boy, Pikes murals behind it. It was going to be networking with the Thomas Paine, the Dad's Army. The Dad's Army group, so when they do their tours around town, they could have finished on the Stupid Boy, run it as an old English pub. It would have been great. So I think Brecklin Council have mismanaged Thetford taxpayers' money there, definitely. Yeah. So I'm fed up with the lot of them, to tell you the truth. Well, the people of Thetford have got to come out and vote. Traditionally in Thetford, it's about a 25% turnout. Now, if there's a 25% turnout, generally you find the Labour candidates are the ones that get in. If we can get the voters out in numbers over 25%, I would say that the Thomas Paine Independents will do very, very well. I know a lot of people don't usually vote, and they're fed up with politics. Exactly the same as the Thomas Paine Independent Councillors, we're totally fed up, which is why the other 12 with me have stood up to back and speak for the people, and it's why I'm standing again. But we need the people of Thetford's help. We need you to come out in numbers on Thursday and trust in us and vote for us in order that we can get into the Thetford town chamber, we can get into Breckland and start speaking directly for the people. We are people of Thetford, and we want to speak for the people of Thetford and start putting pressure on where our money is being used. You know, for example, I think it's about 5 pence in every pound that we pay to county council. 5 pence only comes back to Thetford, and you know, as I've said before in other interviews, we've got holes in the road, we've got all kinds of problems in this town. We need to start looking at how the money's spent, where it's spent, and make sure it's directed better on the benefit of the people of Thetford. So please get out and vote for your Thomas Paine Independent on Thursday, and you'll do us a big favour. Thank you very much.